All right, we are live. This is eSeniors GT3 Group 2, and we are at MISANO, Italy. I have Jonathan Wood with me here in the studio. Welcome, Jonathan.
Thanks, mate. Good to be here.
Yeah, so MISANO, I looked that up a little bit. It was designed in 1969. They do a lot of motorbike racing here, as we're now starting the qualifying. So it has, if I'm seeing everything correct, it has like 16 turns. And I think it's probably a great motorbike track, but they do a lot of different type of racing here, truck racing and all sorts of things. So, and it's actually in the same region as Imola.
Oh, it is. So it's in the north of Italy.
Yeah, it's in the province of Emilia-Romagna, so it's up in the north. So yeah. And
definitely a motorbike track, you know, very kind of open radius corners, which you know, I guess some people like that in a car. I do not. I do not get along well with this track at all. Like, you know, compared to a place like Imola, which is like had but by, you know, spades, my favorite track is Imola. I've worked it out. This one, I can't stand it, and I'm slow.
Yeah, I hear you. They don't do any Formula 1 racing here, obviously, but they do the GT3 World Series. So we only see this in the ACC game.
Yeah, there's plenty of places to pass though here, which is very nice. Now, there's a couple of good spots. You got a very long back straight with that very fast right-hand sweepers, which sort out like the men from the babies, for sure. There's a few heavy braking zones. You go slightly off track, or you miss an apex, the guy behind it should be able to get past. So that is nice compared to where we were last week, right, at Hungaroring, which was just awful.
Yeah, Hungaroring, I don't think that track has a lot of fans. I wasn't able to drive that one. I see actually now that the weather is a little bit better. It's almost, I mean, it's much lighter now, so we're gonna do there's a multiplier here. We talked about that before we got live here. So we're going to see that we're going to go into kind of evening time, and lights are going to come on as we start the racing.
Yeah, it's going to look spectacular as the sun goes down. You know, you start to get lots of long shadows, lots of oranges in the sky. With the sun so low, also it's going to present problems for the drivers. Yeah, so they're going to have the sun in their eyes, which is never a good thing. So hopefully we'll get some close racing and have a little bit of fun out there.
Yeah, hi Derek. I see Derek on the stream. I'm going to throw up I'm putting up the standings right now real quick. Billy Stewart, Don Queen, McKay, Lynn Ortner and Arobas are the top 5, and still kind of close on the points. I think Don is obviously someone to keep an eye on always. He's an exciting driver. So see who will be on top.
Yeah, Billy is very fast. Also, you know, Rich, another really fast guy. And, you know, Ollie is always there or thereabouts, although, you know, he does tend to make mistakes. So, you know, hopefully he'll be up there in the top 4, you know, challenging for a podium position, but for sure the top 3 are the guys to watch. Although having said that, mate, so we've got Giovanni Nifosi, right? He's dropped down into this group from Group 1, and I believe that he should probably be a front runner in this race.
Yeah, during the practice I saw him doing really good times, and Britos put the first time on the board here. We're gonna Nifosi, yeah, talked about him. He put in an 1:35.7, so I think that's the time to beat right now.
Hey, Mitchie.
Hey, guys. Thanks for joining the stream. I have Jonathan Wood with me here. We're going to have fun watching this race. 24 people on the track so far. We're following along with Nifosi, which is certainly the favorite, I think.
Yeah, he's going to be the favorite here, but you know, it's been a while since he's raced with us, so you know, he might be a little bit rusty compared to you know, the folks who are here like week on, week out, and who have been here for almost 2 years, right? I think what our 2-year anniversary with eSeniors will be in February, which is coming up.
Yeah, that's a cool, really cool milestone. We should do maybe a little special race of some form.
I think we need to do a Christmas race, actually.
Yeah.
Christmas Day race, where everyone has like fun Christmas liveries and everyone together and have some fun.
That's a really good idea, actually. That's awesome. All right, we're gonna follow Nifosi around the track if it continues here. So here we come up on the start and we're coming into the right-hander here. My braking point is about that 50 meter, and just you want to touch that apex and then just be patient going on the apex here. Just this is all rhythm. Here you can really go on that curve to the right, brake point here just after the grass. Go tight around and keep the momentum. And here you have to be really careful not to get on the throttle too fast here. And you want to power out exactly what it did there. And you don't want to go too wide on the right because you're going to bounce on those curbs. Here, braking point.
He did that like a Group 1 racer. That last turn, that was a Group 1 racer execution by Nifosi there.
Absolutely. And here's another important one too, to keep the momentum around this turn so you can really power out on he gets a little traffic in front of him, so you really want to power out on this. This is one of the coolest ones. I really like the high speed corner here, just full on. And this is where you can do a lot of passing. Certainly coming into this turn here where you can do the inside pass here and do a late braking. Here you want to go on the apex, exactly what it did. Coming around here. I wonder if he's bothered by the guy in front. He's up to 10s still. And here 50 meter, you just fling it to the left. Depending on the car, you downshift or not. Good slipstream here. He's coming in, he did 0.4, improved with 0.4, so he's a 1:35.0. Good lap.
Yeah, very good lap. I don't think I've gotten that quick. I haven't been that quick all week, I don't think. But then again, like I said, this is my least favorite track.
Yeah, we have Hupje here. He has his cool Red Bull livery on his Aston Martin. He's up. He puts himself in P5 with that lap.
Yeah, 36.3.
See if we catch someone else a little bit further down, Mr. Torrance. Couple of Lamborghinis. I wonder if they start to get a little bit more popular.
Well, you know what? If it was a fast car, that's probably the one I'd want to pick. But it's just not that forgiving, is it? And it's terrible over the curbs.
Yeah, that car likes to really be down on the ground. Don Queen. We have a lot of expectations on Don Queen. I mean, he opened in this Group 2 series really well.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing about Don is that, you know, he doesn't concentrate much on qualifying, and he's much more about race pace. And I've been trying to tell him that you need to start closer to the front. You need to start focusing on qualifying because, you know, he has the race pace, but you know, if you have to do like tons of work in the race, that's just not helpful. So why not put a little bit more emphasis on qualifying and start up front and stay away from all of those, you know, first lap accidents as well. So hopefully we'll see him closer to the front.
Yeah, maybe he is just one of the guys that really just enjoy the racing. So he doesn't aspire to be, you know, P1 and just drive on his lonesome.
Sure, I think he does.
I don't know.
Aspire to be P1?
I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, don't you get like a really good rush when, you know, you're on that fast lap and maybe, you know, you're in like mid-grid and you get that fast lap and all of a sudden you're in like the top 6. That, for me, that's such an awesome rush.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I think it was the Porsche Cup where Mercier was doing some really good qualifying laps and And like you said, that's a real rush when you just nail that lap. So Hopkins, P5. We followed him there for a little bit.
Jeremy in P13, he just posted a 37.5. Lee Ellis in P8, 36.4.
I'm following Tennant here. He has one of the few that drives Bentley nowadays. We have two.
Which one?
Yeah. This will be Frederick Tennant. So those two guys are still driving the Bentley. Bentley was really popular for a while, but now you don't see them too much in this series, at least.
I know. I think they just like it because it looks really good with that police livery.
Yeah.
There's not another car that's going to look quite the same as that. If you have a Lamborghini with a police livery, it's just not the same impact as the big old Bentley that looks like a boat.
Yeah, that's true.
Peter David in P3.
Yeah, that's strong.
Really well in that Honda.
Yeah, I hope you just took the P3. So Peter David on P4 at the moment. See, he's not improving anything on this lap. Hopkins is up 0.7, so he could, all right, P2 for Hopkins.
Wow, that's an amazing lap from him. Brilliant.
Merche, welcome to the stream. Paolo, welcome.
Got a lot of drivers really getting in each other's way here. I can see like there's a few trains of like 2 or 3 cars that, it's unnecessary. You're only going to slow yourself down for sure.
Yeah, and it's a very wide and nice track this, so there's no, you should be able to sneak by. Yeah, Obando and Jeremy is also off. I don't know if they had contact. Not really in the same spot, are they? Yeah, they are.
Like Robert just spun it.
Yeah. Let's see, Ole is up 0.2. Will that help him improve? Maybe 1 position? No. P6 for Ole.
And Don Queen still sitting in P11. He's riding a hot-ish lap, but he's just not moving.
He's about even with he's lost a little bit there.
Yeah, and then he's lost a lot right there. Big oversteer moment, and he's now on the grass.
So 2 guys that has not put up any time on the board is Caballero and Lingholm. Following Caballero right now. See if you can get a time on the board.
Yeah, and Caballero, he's like one of those kind of dark horses, isn't he? Because especially with that BMW, that's very, very forgiving, and especially on a track like this, I expect to see him really in the top 10.
Yeah, I think this is some sort of an outlap.
And Billy Stewart also, he's in P17 currently, so
maybe they haven't driven this. Maybe they haven't driven this track too much, so.
It comes back to how much practice you have, isn't it? So
yeah.
The more practice you have, the better you're going to do.
And this one really needs practice. This track.
Oh God, yeah. Krista. Honestly, how much practice would you say that you do on a weekly basis?
If I really focus, I probably put in like 40 laps.
Oh, see, I don't count it by laps. I count it by hours.
Okay. Yeah. No, a good session.
A night,
yeah, a good session for me is like 20 laps. Yeah. So I don't drive.
Here is up by almost half a second. He's halfway around the lap. He's up by 0.5. He's currently in P13, so if he does improve by a half second, then he's definitely going to move up the grid.
Yeah, Obando just jumped up to P12. Good job.
I guess Stefan is saying that Hugo is driving the older BMW,
Aha.
which it's a bit odd.
Stewart, we talked about Stewart. He's up a second right now, so he could maybe jump into, well, I mean, that would only get him up to P16, I think.
Peter is in the last sector and he's up by 0.4. He's losing a little bit of time coming to the second from the last corner. He's still 0.3 up as he comes into the final bend. And he invalidated the lap on the inside of the final bend. No, Peter.
Oh. I wish my tool here, ACC Race Control, actually showed when they invalidated the lap. I have no way of seeing that.
Yeah, I'm viewing from in-car, so I can see basically what I would normally see, so I can see when they invalidate.
That would make sense. All right.
Fred Tennant coming out of the pits to go on another run, with 4 minutes remaining on the clock.
And Lingholm put the time on the board now, so he lands in P17.
Yeah, Billy Stewart now, he's in P18 right now. He's currently half a second up, approaching the second sector. And no, he's invalidated another lap.
Yeah.
So he's going to get another 2 chances here before he's, and he might start close to the back here. He needs to get his banker in. And that's what it's about, isn't it? You know, qualifying, those first couple of laps, you definitely want to get a banker lap in. Before you start making literally throwing your balls out the window, because that's what we tend to do at the end of qualifying, not at the beginning.
So welcome, Eleanor Tennant. I'm sure you are rooting for the Tennant boys.
Which one?
Yeah, Eleanor? Which Tennant do you?
What's your preference? Is it Fred?
Yeah.
Or Frank?
And Stefan, welcome. Hey, Nikos. Yeah, Giovanni is driving Group 2 right now. Yeah, so let's put Frank on the screen here. So we have he went off actually. And the other Frank, or now this is the. I'm so confused. Frank Tennant is number 44. He's in the pits right now. Here we have Frederick Tennant out on the track, starting a new lap. Runs in P23 right now. So let's just run with him for a little bit here. So
it's the battle of the brothers, and you know that Fred is going to want to beat Frank.
Oh,
right?
So they are actually brothers. Okay.
Yes, they are.
They
sound very much alike.
Really?
I heard them the other day arguing about whether they sound alike, and they really do.
That's funny. They're not twins, are they?
I don't think so, no.
I'm
following Billy Stewart right now. He's approaching turn 5, and he's almost a second up. Let's see what he can do here.
Let's jump to Billy.
He's around the back of the circuit, approaching the long back straight. Coming into that horrible right-hand turn.
Oh, now.
Yeah. Wide.
Oh, you can lose a lot there.
Yeah, he lost 3/4 of a second there, but still, he's going to have enough time for another run after this. And I know he's got more time in him than this, for sure.
Oh, Stefan, I'm sorry to hear your kitty.
Sorry to hear that, Stefan.
Yeah. Going to the Rainbow Bridge. Sorry to hear that.
Billy is off, so he scrapped that lap, so he'll just get one more.
He's had a lot of scrappy laps.
According to Meche, the Tennant guys are twins.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I have a twin brother, an identical twin. He's not racing at all, but we have very, very similar voices. Let's see who is maybe Banks. We haven't looked at Banks at all in his Audi. He's up half a second. Well, he lost a lot there. That turn there, it's a killer. You really have to be much closer to the apex than you think, or on the curbs there, to just power out on the straight. Yeah, he lost everything there. That's what I often do.
Second up. And
Really?
I'm
That's-
watching him driving, and he's really over driving. He's driving. Honestly, it's like driving in desperation right now. He needs to chill out a little bit and just get this lap done, and not go too deep, because over driving in this circuit, you just lose so much time.
So Eleanor, my twin brother is married to my wife's cousin. How about that?
That's confusing, mate.
It's very confusing. It's legal in Sweden.
It's like Game of Thrones.
yeah. We needed to connect to the other house. Yeah, Stewart is up 0.8 now. He's really pulling it out.
Yep.
Oh,
Now
he's up
over
a second.
He needs to just really take these 2 turns very conservatively.
But the best he will get is like a P17, I think.
Is that right? With a second?
Yeah. Let's see what.
See what he gets.
Yeah,
Wow,
P18.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's how competitive these
It
guys
is.
are. P18. Damn.
So Nifosi, P1, David, P2, Hopkins, P3, McKay, P4, Linnortner, P5. So yeah, a little bit surprised we didn't see the kind of the guys that are in the top in the championship really up in the where we expected them to be. Stewart down in P18, Arobas P16. I think this is going to be a great race.
Bando P7, look at that.
Yeah.
Bando P7 in the Lambo. That's a result right there. Don Queen ended up in P12.
So you guys on the chat, if you want to see a particular driver, how they're doing during the race, just let me know in the chat and we'll get the camera on them. We're going to have a 50-minute race. We're going to see the sun go down. It's going to be pretty cool, I think. Lights going to come on.
Yeah,
and the
tire
temperatures.
Go down.
Yes.
Yeah. Tire pressure is going to be all over the place, and you just know everyone's going to be complaining like crazy.
And I think we're also going to see a couple of track limit penalties. It's very easy to get that specifically in, if I get my reference sheet here. So that would probably be as you come up on turn 6, when you come out on the first big straight there, it's easy to get the track penalty there. So we'll see. So for you guys on the chat, please press the like button, and then subscribe if you haven't subscribed, so you get notified when we start the stream.
So Mr. Nefosi took the pole position by almost a half a second. He did a 34.8, and so he got Bruce 0.420 behind. That's like a number that Mr. Robert Obando would be looking for, but kind of random. Peter David 3rd, Ollie in 4th, Rich McKay in 5th, Gupte in 6th, Danny Bridos in 7th, Robert in 8th, Aaron Shannon P9. He was on the podium, I think, the other day in one of the races. Lee Ellis rounding out the top 10, and that top 10 separated by 1.5 seconds. And actually, Aaron and Lee, they both posted the same time, but I am assuming that Aaron posted his first because he is in P9.
Yeah, I just looked at my best time on this track is 1:36.0. So I would, best case, get into top 10 driving
You're in
again.
Group 3, mate. And we don't have a Group 3 anymore.
Yeah, no.
I think my best is about the same as what Giovanni has done.
Yeah, for sure.
In fact, I was racing the other day and, practicing. And I was practicing with Carlo. And I posted what I thought was a really good lap. And he went 1.5 seconds faster.
Wow.
And I just hit quit. Yeah, it was one of those nights.
So about a minute and 20. Rolling start. No pit stops. Just full-on racing for 50 minutes. Could be a little shoving maybe in the first couple of turns.
I think that's inevitable here.
Yeah.
It's funny, you know, you talk about rolling starts, and we've never actually had this conversation, and I know it's probably something that we'll never be able to, it won't be an option. But what if we had standing starts at ACC? What do you think that would do to a race start?
Yeah, first of all, does the game even support it?
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be hilarious?
Yeah, it would be hilarious. But also, I don't think that the GT3 racing model that they kind of emulate do that even.
No. It was just a mad thought that just flashed into my brain.
But I guess you could do it if you have, if you tell everyone just to, put in the, drive up to the boxes on the tarmac and then we start from there.
There's going to be one person who's going to be the bad boy.
Yes, of course.
And his name's probably Robert Obanda. Yeah. Anyway, the engines have started and we are about to roll off.
There we go. See if everyone is able to get around the corner before the green flag comes on. Or the green light, rather. Oh, there's a little gap there. Oh, here's the green light.
Yep.
Nifosi clearly in the lead. No problems at all. Hopkins second and David. I'm gonna keep an eye on that turn there. Yeah, looks pretty clean. I see a couple of positions shifting, but no yellow flags.
Yeah, everyone's being pretty good. There's a lot of side-by-side racing going on.
Yeah, very good.
Oh. I see somebody going off
Yeah,
there.
that's McKay. And they're off.
Yeah, he got rear-ended.
Yeah, we have one contact reported. 96 on 44. Caballero was involved in that. But otherwise, only one infraction so far. So Nifosi, Hopkins and Ollie.
Yep, so Ollie gained at least one spot there. Robert has gained a spot.
Don Queen is up on Britos.
Yeah, Don has gained 3 spots, so he gained on that start. Frank Tennant in P12. And his brother Fred in 21st place.
Yeah, that's a good start for Frank.
Yeah, so I guess Rich McKay and Lee Ellis must have come together because they are currently running 22nd and 23rd. I think one hit the other and then had to wait for them. So they've got a lot of ground to make up. But good gentlemanly racing though, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually see any report that they actually had a get-together. Peter David up challenging Ollie for P3.
Yeah.
That's good pace.
Yeah, he looks much faster, doesn't he, actually?
Yeah.
He's having a good look either side. They just hit the straight and he's in the slipstream. You know, Krista, we talk a lot about slipstream. I actually don't think there is any such thing in this game. There's only a quote-unquote slipstream effect if you happen to get on the power just a little bit early in the car in front in the preceding corner. There's no aerodynamic slipstream as such, because if there were, we would get a lot more overtaking.
It looks like, actually, I saw that at MISANO on the straight on the Porsche Cup yesterday, and if you like 0.2 behind the car, I mean, you could clearly see that he gained all of a sudden on the straight. So it sure looked like there was some sort of a advantage, and the driver could actually pass.
I don't know. I'm super skeptical, especially when we hit like tracks like Monza, where you've got just an insanely long straight, and no matter what, you know, you're right behind someone, and you just don't get that aerodynamic slipstream effect.
Yeah, and here is a little constellation of cars, really close racing. Yeah, we should do some sort of experiment and see if the slipstream is real. So we have Parks and Lingholm. Lingholm is really up on Parks. With this wing there. Gonna come up on the straight. Lingholm got a little bit close, had to pull back. Let's see what action is. Don Queen is fighting with Banks or with LaFrance behind them.
Very close behind. In fact, we've got a train of 6 cars now right here. You have Banks, Queen, LaFrance, Britos and Vecherek and Frank Tennant and Jeremy, actually, and Aaron Shannon, all within like a 2.5 second gap, basically.
That's Shannon behind Jeremy. Jeremy has a cool livery with a Pink Floyd.
Yeah, one of the best liveries, I think.
That little Honda, that thing can go. See if we get a good exit.
And I believe the last time we raced in the Group 2 Championship here a few seasons ago, I believe Jeremy won.
Yeah, this might be his track.
Yeah, I remember it was in the dark, in the rain, like worst possible circumstances, and he took the win at the last corner of the last lap. Took the lead and won. Fantastic day that was.
Yeah, this is a big train here, kind of the midfield.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over to
being challenged here very, very strongly by Peter LaFrance in that BMW. See how he deals with it. Because Don, I know, can get very, very defensive, but he can make that car extremely wide.
So there's an opportunity on the straight. Coming into the twisty bits, that's probably not...
He's gone a little wide.
Yeah.
Giving him a little opportunity, but...
Yeah, here he should just position... Oh, he went wide there. He should position himself to be just on his bumper when he comes out on the big straight here.
It's right here is where you want to position yourself,
yeah,
so that you can get on the gas, go on that inside curb, and keep your foot planted, because 9 times out of 10, the guy in front is not going to be able to do the same. If you're able to get it right, you can get that slingshot down the straight.
Oh, he goes tight there. See if he can power out of this.
So Danny Britos go a little bit wide there at that last bend, outbraked himself a little bit, and as a result, he's being challenged by Vicharak. The sun is going down now, and so the sun's going to be in their eyes. on his outside bumper there. You just know that these two guys are totally white-knuckling it right now.
Yeah.
He's got to run. Is he going to dare to go inside here? He's going to try. He's going to try. He's inside. Nope. He bottled it. So Don stays ahead.
And we have Frank behind here, so he's running in P12. So I mean, he had a great start of the race.
Yeah, where did Frank start?
That's a good question. I mean, he wasn't this far up. I know that.
Well, he's kind of legendary for his good starts, isn't he? So it's not really a surprise. But then, you know, to be that high up, P12, and he's challenging. So hopefully he'll be able to make some ground up. And we have Danny Britos is going inside.
Yeah, he took La France. See if La France can respond.
Yeah, he's done the over-under. Into the braking zone we go. And Peter's will have the better exit for the straight. He's had a little wiggle there, so I think Danny has got that pass made. And that's given Don Queen opportunity to stretch his lead a little bit from these guys. Have a little bit of breathing space. He's now got 1.8 seconds between himself and Danny Britos.
Oh, that was close. Vischerek was looking on the inside for La France. A lot of stuff going on. Let's look at Caballero a little bit. He comes on, runs in P22 right now. Chasing Castonguay. Think that's how he say it. Sounds good.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce it.
And behind him, we have Frederick Tennant sitting a little bit in the no man's land, 7 seconds behind Caballero, and behind him he has Mileski. Arobas went a little bit wide. Shannon took a position, and Parks is challenging.
Yeah, we go back to that group.
Vischerek went off.
Following. Danny Britos has.
Oh, look at this. 3 wide. Are they going to do 3 wide?
It's not going to work. These guys are really, really close. It looks like Jeremy is really, he's holding these guys up a wee bit.
Yeah.
Looks like a race start, doesn't it? We've got like 6 cars. In fact, you could call Jeremy the wall.
Oh, Shannon. Yeah, he managed to keep it on track. Parks went wide.
Yeah, he got it a little bit loose.
Oh, no contact. They just kind of spun out, those McKay and Parks.
Yeah, Parks actually, he's parked it. He's gone straight back into the garage.
Oh yeah, Mileski as well. Yellow flag on Caballero. Yeah, it looks like a few guys kind of just, I don't know if they're just pushing too hard. And
we got action on the track. So Don Queen has just lost 2 places to Danny Britos and Peter LaFrance. And I saw that happening because Danny had gained those 2 seconds within literally a lap and a half. And now Don is being hounded by Frank Tennant. Oh, yeah, you can see Don is now overdriving.
He's pushing too hard.
Deep. Yeah, he's got the red mist, I think. He needs to calm down and get it moving.
So as it's 24 cars on track, the 2 in the pits right now, so they are, hopefully they're going to stay on the server because you get points all the way down in like P32, I think.
Yeah, rage quitting here, you get 0 points. which is as it should be.
Looked like Shannon had a spin. Stewart
Yeah,
sits
he
at
was
P13.
really loose, wasn't he? He was very
Yeah.
loose a couple of laps ago.
So
So maybe with the track temp is now, or the air temp has gone down to 16C. So perhaps this is having kind of playing havoc with their tire pressures. The tire pressures have gone down, so they're getting a little bit more slidey.
yeah, so this is one little cluster. The other cluster here is, oh, I saw someone, yeah. Ellis.
Yeah, both Lee and Rich McKay, they were down in 22nd and 23rd.
Oh, almost contact. He just goes wide. Going wide over those yellow sausage curves, your teeth are rattling if you were in a real car.
So after lap 1, Lee and Rich were literally at the back. Now they're battling their way past, and Rich is now P14, and Lee
David.
in Lambo P16.
David went off. Nifosi went off too. What happened there? Let me do I'm gonna do a little replay real quick there. What?
Bruce is leading. He's currently leading. So Giovanni Nifosi, so he had some kind of issue. Well, Peter went off as well, didn't he? So what has happened?
Yeah, I'm looking here.
Did they come together, perhaps?
Car 17 and 15 says got together, but that's not him.
No, they're 60 and 62.
60. Yeah, I don't have anything on that.
So Bruce
Strange.
is now leading by 5.5 seconds.
Yeah, this could be interesting. If Ozzy really need to get his head back in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Ollie is only a second and a half from Giovanni. So Bruce is, I'm sure his heart rate is like gone up to about,
Yeah.
62.
There is Bruce.
From its normal like 45. And he's all excited now. He's leading the race.
Yeah, that's great.
Brilliant.
That's awesome. Let's see what's going on. Le France is still chasing Don.
I'm going to see what happened. I'm going to go into my replay and see exactly what happened there.
McKay on the straight behind Lingholm, goes on the inside. See if he can keep the... Oh, Lingholm goes wide. It's a lot of people there, just kind of goes wide. I think must be the temperatures. So McKay took one position there, up to P13. Oh, yeah, it's just a graphic, Stefan, so I'm gonna remove that. There you go. Yeah, it's just a graphic I'm using, so it doesn't really mean I'm in replay.
Nifosi, he spun at the last turn, and he was fully in the gravel trap, facing backwards.
Wow. Yeah, that's horrible when you get that way.
Okay, so he came back on track. Yeah, he did come back on track right in front of Ollie. And I'm sorry, it was the second from last corner that he went off.
But it was totally unforced. Unforced error.
It was a completely unforced error.
So Peter Davis is chasing down Ollie now. See if we can get up to a podium for David.
Stefan is saying that you're still on replay. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, it's just I have a graphic overlay when I jump into the replay, and I forgot to turn off the... It's not so sophisticated. Yeah, Peter is pushing.
He is, yeah, he's right on Ollie's arse. He really is. And Bruce is, let's see, he's still 5.5 seconds in front of Giovanni. So Giovanni really did lose a ton of time there. Question is, can he gain it back? Because he seemed to have a pace.
Yeah, last lap he clocked the same time as more or less than as Bruce. So he needs to pick up the pace and get into the 135s.
Yeah, he's got 31 minutes to do it. We're 20 minutes in. So for sure it's doable.
Let's look at Frank and Don. Don is fighting with La France, so that gives Frank an opportunity.
Yeah, Frank needs to put his flashing lights on to get Don to pull over. I think this is a situation. Oh,
it goes wide.
And Jeremy. Oh no, it's not Jeremy behind, is it? Or is it? Who's behind him?
Yeah,
whoever that was went wide as well. Well, I was going to say though that Don is used to being chased by the cops, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a familiar thing in his rearview mirror. Oh, he's gonna see if he can do something here. No, he didn't really reach him.
Danny Britos now is a little bit on his own, so he's got a couple of seconds between himself, 8 seconds between himself and Mr. Banks. So starting to get a little bit spread out now from what we had.
Shannon just passed Billy Stewart. Billy Stewart must have a frustrating race after doing really good on his previous. Going back to Peter David.
Yeah, it just probably doesn't like this track.
Oh, drive-through on Lingholm.
Yep. So clearly he's gone off track 4 times. And now, actually, an interesting little battle is Jeremy has Rich McKay right on his tail. And in fact, Rich is dived inside to go for the pass.
Yeah, see if Jeremy comes back. Yeah, he got the inside on the next turn.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, nice racing there.
Yeah, very, very nice racing. Audi on Audi.
Yeah, he probably realized he can do something on the straight, perhaps.
So talking of Audi, so how do you feel about Audi joining Formula One in 2025?
Yeah, I mean that's cool. It's always good with the new manufacturer on the grid. You can't just have Mercedes, Ferrari, and Honda, you know, or it's going to be Red Bull eventually.
Yeah, no, it's exciting stuff. But I don't think that Porsche will join the fray, because I don't think that the Volkswagen Group are going to want to have Audi versus Porsche, because if one is inevitably going to be beating the other, it just looks bad for the brand, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good point. La France went into the pits. What happened there?
Peter La France.
Maybe
he has a drive-through. He has a drive-through.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Your premonition of drive-through.
Yeah, start to come up.
The second one, starting to come in, and we're only 20 minutes in.
Okay, yeah, now I see him. I didn't see him on my other view here. Okay, cool. See McKay, very close to Aerobus. He's going to go inside, late braking perhaps.
Yep.
If you late brake here, you really have to be on the curb. Oh, excellent. That's exactly the way you should drive there.
Yeah, he hit the apex, took the inside. He learned from the lap before, basically. And now Jeremy is going to be grinding his teeth. He'll let the other Audi pass.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a really good job.
Yeah, I was going to say with Jeremy, he has that great livery of Pink Floyd, and when he's blocking, he can call himself the Wall.
Yeah.
See, Giovanni he's 4.5 seconds behind Bruce, so he's closing the gap, but not by a whole lot. And you've got Peter David, who's less than half a second behind.
Yeah, he might do inside now. Is he going to do late break?
He's taking a look.
Like we saw before.
Right. Yep. He's taken the inside line. He's got it perfectly, and that is perfectly executed move.
Yeah,
good job.
Exactly what we saw before. Well done. Yeah, Nifosi is still not lapping faster than Hopkins. He's lapping last lap 136.1 while Hopkins was doing a 136.0. So
yeah, you know what I think we're seeing here is that Giovanni has set himself up for like a qualifying pace, and he's probably kept that qualifying setup, and he hasn't adjusted the tire pressures to suit this change of temperature, where Bruce probably has. So Bruce's pace overall is from day to night is probably better, and Giovanni's from day to night is probably really lousy. That's probably why he's struggling to match. Well, he is a little bit faster, but just not by a whole lot.
Yeah, that's probably true. Jumped over to get some Frederick Tennant on the wing here. Was being challenged by Caballero. And actually what I do want to do is look at Lingholm going on the inside. So Castonguay didn't really put up a fight there at all. Yeah, Lingholm is a faster driver here then, because he had the drive-through, so he's trying to get up the field now.
Yeah, Kenneth used to be like, a front runner in Group 2, but I guess he had some health issues. He had COVID really, really bad, I guess, and, he's still convalescing from his illness. So either way, great to see him back, and I'm sure in no time he's going to be back to the front.
Yeah.
Had my flu shot the other day.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm having another COVID shot in a couple of weeks, so hopefully everyone's doing the same.
Yeah, got a couple of extra shots from my doctor. Kind of experimental thing to improve the efficiency of the COVID shots, because I'm immunocompromised. So.
Right.
Caballero chasing Mr. Tennant. Now we have the lights on. Little clouds in the skies, but no rain in the forecast, I think. It would be exciting with some rain.
It's slippery enough at this track. We don't need rain. What kind of sadist are you anyway?
I got to do a 24-hour race on Spa, like endurance, and it will rain there, so that's going to be pandemonium.
So interestingly, so Giovanni is now 3.2 seconds behind Bruce, so he's now starting to chip away at that gap, and you've got to be willing to bet within, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes he's going to be right on his tail. That's assuming he doesn't make any like huge errors like he did in order to lose that first place in the beginning, in the first place.
Looked like he went a little bit wider. Actually, when I look at the lap time, I think it's actually Hopkins that's started to drive a little bit slower, because Nifosi is still driving his 136.1.
Yeah.
Caballero is coming up on Tennant. Maybe he can do something. Frank Tennant is now in P10. Strong.
Yeah, he's doing great. Peter David is in P3. He's almost 10 seconds behind Giovanni, so it's kind of a little bit of a boring race for him. But he's sitting in that third step of the podium, which is pretty darn nice. So he can kind of like just drone around now, really. He's got Ollie a second and a half behind him, but, you know, he's clearly faster than him. And then we're pretty spread out.
Yeah, and if also hitting some traffic, but he has turned up the pace now because his last lap was 1:35.5. So I think he's now he's 2.2. So we might get a little fight for P1.
Yeah, I think that's inevitable now, isn't it?
Come out on Frank. Or it's like, no, it's other 10. So he navigates that pretty well.
And yeah, coming up on more lap traffic as well.
All right, I'm gonna do a quick little pit stop. I'll be back.
Talking about pit stops, like how fast can you change a tire? I had to change the tire of my wife's car the other night. She had a flat, and I was thinking to myself, oh yeah, you know, here we go, you know, 2-second pit stop, right? So one tire took me like 5 minutes, but seeing some of these pit stops is really crazy. But anyway, so it looks like Bruce is he's losing time to Giovanni Nifosi. Now only 1.7 seconds is the gap. So, I mean, you give it another lap or two and he's going to be right on his tail. It'll be interesting to see where we stand with that for the last 20 minutes. Because Giovanni is clearly like much faster. Let's go down the grid here. So we've got Bruce, Giovanni in second, Peter David in P3, Ollie in fourth, Rob another half a second behind him, 12-second gap back to Mr. Robert Obando, then Banks, Danny Britos, and Don Queen all pretty close together. Rich McKay, after that first lap entanglement, is now up to P10, so he's getting some good points. Frank Tennant, so Rich has gotten past Frank, and Jeremy is behind them with Lee Ellis in unlucky number P13. Aaron Shannon in 14th, Billy Stewart, then Veterek in 16th, Kevin Torrance in 17th, Peter LaFrance in P18, definitely punching a little bit higher, or a little bit lower, I should say. I would expect to see Peter further up. Then Kenneth in 19th, Castonguay in 20th, Caballero 21st, Mr. Fred Tennant in 22nd, Parks and Molesky 23rd and 24th.
Yeah, I'm back in the saddle.
Stewart, no, right on. Billy Stewart has a drive-through. So that's our third drive-through.
Ouch, going in to serve that immediately.
Yeah, and he's in P15, so he's going to come out, you know, possibly, you know, 18th or 19th. He's not going to be a happy camper, is he?
No. I have a little cluster of cars with McKay, Daniel, and the Britos. Don Queen.
Nifosi now a second and a half behind Bruce.
Yeah, it's going to come up to the battle for the P1. I think Giovanni going to pass him.
Yeah, I think there might be some fireworks. I really do. Because, I mean, look at it. Like, Bruce, he's a Group 2 driver. Giovanni's a Group 1 driver. Right, so he's going to be potentially he's got a little bit more aggression there, right? Because he's a Group 1 driver, he's a little bit faster. Bruce is not going to want to relinquish that P1, so I think that you've got some possibility for some fireworks here. But then, if I was Bruce, I don't think I'd want to fight too much, just simply because, you know, Giovanni he missed the first couple of races. So it's not necessary for him to fight him points-wise.
Yeah, that's true. I think something gonna happen. If not on this lap, the next lap for sure.
Yeah, now less than a second behind him. He's right on the tail, basically, isn't he? The lights are on.
Let's jump to Don real quick. He's about to pass. Then it takes inside. Oh yeah, oh, Don overshot it a little bit.
Yeah, and now Danny was quite a long way ahead, so he must have had like some kind of issue for Don to catch him up. And Don is now being really aggressive, coming down the straight. And you can see Danny is taking the middle of the road, so he's not going to have such a great entry into this fast right-hander. But you've got to have some really big kahunas to overtake that. He's trying, and they both go off. He's going to go around the outside, but no, Danny has definitely the better entry and exit to that corner. As we come to the left-hander and towards the end of the lap.
I got a break here for the 4C. It's really getting close now.
Yeah. Is he going to have the dive? Nope.
Yeah, he had to pull back a little bit.
Number 513 drive-through. Who's that?
Parks.
So that's another one.
Was that number 5?
That's either number 4 or 5. Yeah. So your premonition has come true.
Especially when the temperature goes down like this, a little bit harder to control the car. And jumped it.
Oh, that was unexpected, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bruce probably saw it coming. It looked like he was thinking that now I can't compete on that.
He shot through that gap. All right, so Giovanni Nifosi retakes the lead, and he's got 14 minutes remaining. What's that? About 8 laps.
McKay and Don Queen. McKay just passed Don Queen.
Oh, he's hit him up the backside. And Britos must have gotten past McKay. Or did McKay get... No, McKay must have overtaken Don.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was behind.
Yeah, so I think he benefited from them fighting, and Britos is now ahead of them.
Yeah.
Oh, Don took McKay in that turn, in the last turn. Going a little back and forth there between these two guys. That's the closest thing we have on the track right now.
Hey, I'll take it. Frank is still in P11. He's been kind of stuck there, isn't he? I think he was in P12 after like a couple of laps. And he's been kind of stuck there. It's like a quagmire for him. He can't go forward, but he's not losing any pace. He's got Jeremy like 9 seconds behind.
Ellis
Rich just made a mistake, and Rich is now behind. Oh, and Frank just took Rich, I believe. Did he, or was that a back marker?
No.
It was a back marker.
Yeah.
Oh, I got all excited there.
So Lee Ellis chasing Jeremy.
Yep, Lee's chasing the wall.
So let's see what we can do in Group 1 tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that, I have to say.
Hopkins is actually not really losing grip of Nifosi.
No, he's less than a second behind.
Little traffic in front of Giovanni.
Yeah, who's that? 96. He has Kenneth Lingholm ahead of him. And you can see Bruce is really trying to close the gap here. You can see the opportunity. You can see the back marker. Interesting. It's a great in-car shot.
Was scrubbing the tires a little bit coming through there.
He's closing in, isn't he, Bruce?
Had a great exit there. Yeah, nice.
Nice. Is he going to get a slingshot down the straight?
That was a good line on that corner.
Perfect, wasn't it? And it looks like Kenneth is they're gonna come across Kenneth really at the wrong spot, at the fastest part of the circuit.
Oh, he's throwing himself off the track.
Yep.
Yeah, it looked like Bruce was holding back a little bit when he saw him there. So he lost a little momentum.
Much time to think what's for lunch.
9 minutes left, just about.
So let's take a little poll with the folks on the stream in the chat. So far, who do you think for driver of the day? I mean, we've still got 9 minutes remaining, and it's pretty much anyone's race between Giovanni and Bruce, but who do you think? Take into account that Giovanni has just come in and he took pole position, he led a lot of the race, he made that big mistake. Bruce took the lead when Giovanni made that error, and you know, hung on without any errors, and but he's in P2.
Whoops.
Oh, he's gone wide, isn't he? So Bruce is like trying again.
Yeah, so Britos and Don get together.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. Yeah, Don passed him, and then he tried, and Daniel was trying to kind of take him in the next corner, but he took him out instead.
Well, the stewards will be having a look at that. Oh, yeah. Adam says Tennant. Which one? I'm guessing Frank because he's in P9.
Yeah,
so yeah,
it's Frank.
A few other folks who could be in, you know, good highlights for possible driver of the day. We've got Robert Obando in P6. Rich McKay, who, you know, he had that error, or he went off at the beginning of the race, and he's back up to P8. So he's had a storming race, I think. Yeah, Frank Tennant went from pretty much the rear of the grid. He's in P9. Don Queen, Daniel Bridos, you know, they've been like battling away like crazy all race. I mean, they've been having a great amount of fun, I'm sure. But, you know, I think it's probably between Giovanni, Bruce, and probably Frank.
I should mention here that Don and Daniel got together there, Queen and Britos, and Britos yielded and gave Queen back the position, so that was very nicely done.
Yeah, good. Derek says Bruce, driver of the day. Adam says Frank, that he started around P20. I want to see his start. It must have been like meteoric. Merche says Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce is really taking it to Giovanni.
Yeah, and
battling very close.
Down.
And there's another back marker coming up, so probably gonna hit him.
A couple of back markers actually. We've got 3 coming up.
Probably gonna encounter him also in the fastest part of the track.
He's really trying, isn't he? I think Bruce will really make a statement if he can take him. So far, I think we have more votes for Bruce as driver of the day than anyone.
Yeah, I don't think that's a bad pick.
Yeah, me either. Solid.
Very solid driving. Here you see it now, they're coming up to the blue flagged guys.
Yeah.
Oh, now Bruce is on top of Nifosi. Nifosi, make sure he has the inner line. Bruce gets on the power. He's got a little wiggle there.
Let's see what these guys ahead are doing, because they're going to be blue flagged. They're moving over. The first one has moved over. Good job. And then the second one, who I think is Mr. Parks, I believe.
Yeah, looks like the light blue McLaren. Hopefully he gets the message. Oh, Nifosi takes the inside.
Yep, he got it.
Yeah, good move. They didn't lose really any time. It's going to be a fight to the end. It's less than 5 minutes now.
Yeah, and you know, Nifosi is now he's being forced to drive very defensively. We haven't seen that yet from him today. You know, it's very difficult as a back marker, I'm sure. But you know, when you're leading and you have a back marker, and you know you get them at the wrong spot, it really is like a oh my god moment. You know, like yesterday's race, the Porsche Cup race, I came across a back marker right at Acqua Minerale, in the middle of Acqua Minerale, and he braked right in the middle of the corner. At least that's the way it seemed.
Oh, Nifosi is sliding.
Yeah, Nifosi is sliding like crazy, so they're alongside one another going down this back straight. Super close racing. I think this track is a little bit easier to drive in the dark as opposed to our last night race.
Yeah, it's much more track lighting.
Where were we? We were at Imola, right, a few weeks ago with the night race, and there was no track lighting whatsoever. This is pretty well lit.
And I like when people put, it looked like he went wider actually, Hopkins. It's nice when people put the extra LED light, the AUX lights you can put on in the settings or in the livery section of the game. You can put that little LED bar on different places on the car.
Yeah. You can see Bruce is now trying a few different things. He's trying some slightly different lines. I think they just went past the back marker, who pulled out of the way, and now they have a clear track ahead of them now, so they don't have to worry about any more lap traffic. And there'll probably be there'll be one lap after this, and that'll be it.
Less than 2 minutes. Let's give Hoppy a little love here. He's coming up on Ollie. Keeping an eye on Hopkins and Nifosi as well.
Yeah, he's right on Ollie's tail, isn't he?
That would be for P4. Jumping over to Hopkins.
Shabby. Now Bruce is giving it a last lap push.
This could be his opportunity if he's getting a good exit on the straight. We've seen a few people doing successful passing, but Nifosi takes the inside line there, make sure there are no surprises coming his way on the inside. All right, let's see if he can set up for the next straight.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Bruce because he has not settled for second place at all. He wants to win.
Oh, they're so even now. Oh, he's all over him. See if we can pressure him into a mistake.
Yep, we've got 2 turns left. Are we gonna have 10 seconds? Yeah, this is it. This is gonna be this is the last lap. And Nifosi wins.
All right, so that's the flag. Let's get follow Peter David, gets over the line. Ollie, P4. Well, actually, they're racing side by side. Yeah, Ollie, Hopje. So Hopje took P5.
Yeah, Obando still defending P6. He's going to cross the line. He's got Banks right on his tail, but he's going to make it. Good job, guys.
Yeah, I think
no major incidents today either. So
no.
Pretty clean racing. Very good.
Couple of reports, but I don't think it was the game reported a couple of things, but I don't think it was any big things. Ellis over line. So thanks guys for watching. Bruce Hopkins, we're calling him as the driver of the day. Did a great job. Just didn't give up, you know.
Yeah, totally. Good
That's
job, everyone.
what we want to see. Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. Appreciate it. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll see you on track tomorrow for our Group 1.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, be kind tomorrow.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, see you guys on the stream. Thanks so much.